This camera is the most ambitious optical upgrade I've seen Samsung attempt. I think the most important upgrade is night mode. Finally, there's a Samsung phone you can use in a dim mountain tavern or a moody theme hotel and actually do those settings some justice. Now, this night mode has the same hinky hangups as others. It takes forever to capture, so it doesn't work well with moving subjects, and the processing really overstates the colors in the final product. This needs to be tweaked. But it's such a huge improvement over anything Samsung's offered before. And it also helps improve the output from cameras other than the primary. Y'all know I love using that ultra-wide camera. And in zoom mode, well, just look at the added detail on that wine label. For shooting sharper, you've got a primary camera weighing in at 108 megapixels, capable of 8K video. For context, that's 4 times as sharp as a 4K TV is capable of displaying. You might think that means shooting video at 8K is impractical, and largely you're correct. But having that much information in the frame when you do shoot in 8K means you can crop in much further without losing so much quality. Same goes for the 108 megapixel still shots. It can mix down 9 pixels into 1. That kicks out a 12 megapixel final photo with more detail than you could otherwise get. Finally, there's shooting far away. The telephoto camera is another monster 48 megapixel camera mounted sideways alongside this prism, and that allows for zoom levels I haven't seen since I used a Huawei phone. Now, I think Samsung made a strategic mistake painting 100x on this phone. Well, you can digitally punch in that far. You don't want to. But zoom levels up to around 10x? Very impressive compared to the 2x or 3x telephoto shots most phones produce.
Now, the huge asterisk floating over this whole camera situation is that it feels half-baked. Samsung effectively admitted as much when it replied to some earlier reviewers saying that an update was coming soon to, quote, improve the camera experience.
Now, as this video was being cut, I was informed that an update is already hitting Ultra units in Korea. Thanks to Max Weinbach for the shout out and letting me know. I'll be tracking this closely, so follow me on Twitter for updates there. The video modes available, with 4K 60 on all primary cameras and the director mode feature that lets you shoot with front and back cameras at once. I was a bit let down by the actual footage. I mean, it's stable and it's colorful and it's crisp and the audio is surprisingly excellent.
That's the kind of drink I'm here for.
But the phone often takes the crispness to the point of over-sharpening, which you can see on hard edges that appear pixelated, while textured surfaces exhibit a distracting buzzing moire effect. I also think there's more digital noise in even well-lit shots than I expected. Maybe it's a case of heightened expectations, given how impressed I'd been with the Note 20 Ultra's video last summer. Or maybe shooting in the city, I'm just seeing more textured surfaces than on my usually rural road trip reviews. Now, if you're like most folks and you spend your time shooting stills, you'll not find a more versatile camera phone this side of Huawei. Samsung gave you almost every tool imaginable here, flanking a giant primary sensor with a 120-degree ultra-wide, a 3x and a 10x telephoto, 2 separate cameras. You have so many options for composition here. You can snap an idealized golden hour photo of the city so nice they named it twice, or you can paint an authentic picture of Brooklyn brownfield remediation, all without moving an inch from the Superfund site you're standing on. You can press the ultra-wide into service as a macro lens to get a closer look at the past or the future. And even when you push the magnification past the optical limit of the 10x lens, Samsung's hybrid cropping keeps the image fairly clean all the way up to about 30x, light permitting. And the improved stabilization means you can get well into the 70 to 80x region without the need for a tripod. And if you do happen to tote one of those around, nothing, not even the moon, is out of your reach.